Hello, this is Maggie. Today I'm looking at Meghan Markle's chart, fiance of Prince Harry. The wedding will be in May. I just did a chart for the wedding. So, Meghan Markle is born under Venus, beautiful American woman, August 4th, 1961 at 4:46 a.m. in Canoga Park, California. That's like near LA somewhere. Her sun is in Leo. Her moon is in Libra, giving her beauty, great beauty. Yes, whenever the moon or sun is in Libra, it can give you sometimes dimples or good looks or, a nice voice or pleasing attraction. So her ascendant is Cancer, very sweet, sensitive Cancer, and it's in the 12th house. It makes me think of Princess Diana. I believe Prince Harry sees something of his mother in her. I mean, not that she's a mother figure, not at all, because he's very passionately attracted to Meghan. But she does have Mars and Cancer in the 12th house, so there are just, I'm talking about the beautiful qualities of Princess Diana that he sees the nurturing, some of her beautiful qualities that he sees in her. She has Mars and Cancer in the 12th house. So her ascendant, her north node is on her ascendant, her fated destiny. And her true node is Leo. Her true node is Leo. So she is an actress. So Leo, is all about creative self-expression. She's going to marry into the royal family. And her north node is 1 degree on the ascendant. So, and it's in Leo. She was fated to marry into the royal family and to be an actress or to represent her creative self-expression somehow, because she does have her sun in the first house in Leo. Her north node is in the first house, 1 degree. That's, sort of, you strive towards your fated destiny. And, she's a wonderful actress, starred in many shows, and she's marrying into the royal family, so she's fulfilled her north node. Mercury is the planet of communication. She's used that in her art, as an actress, because Mercury is the planet of communication. So she has used that for her self-expression, her creative self-expression, and the sun just shines in Leo, So she definitely chose the right profession, or maybe it chose her. And yes, marrying Prince Harry. This is about her chart, but everything is pretty much, I started with her Mars in Cancer because it's in the 12th house. And her moon in Libra is it's in Virgo in the 3rd house of communication. And her Venus is in the second house, 3rd house. She has so much fire. I believe that is what Prince Harry is drawn to. I keep bringing him up, but they are getting married in, less than a month, a couple of weeks, May 16th. So her Venus is in Virgo, in the 3rd house, and her moon is in Libra, but it's on the cusp of Virgo. It's 4 degrees Libra, and it's an intersected house, both Libra and and Virgo. But I believe, here I go again with the Pluto, but I believe what Prince Harry is most drawn to her, other than, you know, the way her personality just shines, she's a star, you know, and she radiates her sun, you know, her Leo. That's the first thing you see about her, because it's her first house herself, you know. So she just shines in her own star, her own, you know, right. Her personality is just very, very magnetic, and her communication, the way she presents herself, very, very well. So what he was drawn to her was, I think, her Pluto in Libra, in the fourth house. And I think he was very drawn to her, you know, her beauty, And so, yeah, her chart is just, she has an inconjunct, Mars is inconjunct Uranus her Uranus is in, sorry, 26 degrees Scorpio, and it is trine her Mercury, so that's very, very magnetic. You know, Scorpio is the ruler of joint assets, you know, she's had very, very sudden, unexpected surprises probably with her Uranus and Scorpio, just, you know, with maybe getting different roles in her acting career, you know, joining like this royal romance. It's very Scorpionic, especially the way Prince Harry was drawn to her. And her Pluto is really, I did a synastry chart of the two of them, and her Pluto was right on his sun, or right on his Venus, I think it was. So he is just obsessively in love with her. And Pluto in Libra is just, it's in her fourth house of the home. So she uses her dark, well, she is a brunette, so, you know, her dark, beautiful, good looks, rather, it presents that in her Libran career. Her Neptune is in Sagittarius in the fifth house, and so that would represent her acting, as an actress. That would represent her, also her international acclaim. I mean, she is having a royal wedding, I believe it's May 16th. So it will be an international show, and Neptune is just glamour and beauty and acting. Neptune rules Pisces, so what she chose for a career, very Neptunian, and it was just right on target, you know, with Neptune. Because Leo rules the fifth house, that's Leo's home, is the fifth house, and because Neptune is in conjunct Mercury, that was the perfect career for her, you know. And she may not have known it at the time, but it was. So everything is below the IC. So there may, even though she presents as Leo, you know, the fact that she has Mars and Cancer in the 12th house, there is a very private side to her that I believe is a draw to Prince Harry, because it's in the 12th house of Pisces, and it's in Cancer, which is a water sign. So there is a side of her that is very, very private, as well as a side of her that just is very outgoing and poised and regal and just presents very well on screen, and you know, um, is a star quality. Um, but everything is below the midheaven, below on the IC, in the lower quadrant of her chart. She doesn't have a lot in the above the horizon towards the MC. There is nothing up there. She has Aries on the MC, so her original, it's in the 10th house. So yeah, so she has Aries. Well, Aries likes to be first, and they're very original and creative, and it's in trine with all her Leo stuff, first house stuff. But where I was going with the Mars in Cancer in the 12th house is the sense of privacy, because she does have this real shiny self, that's in the star all the time, and in the public eye, but there's a side of her that's very interiorly private, and that's because everything is below the horizon. If everything was up above, she would be more of a public personality. So there's a little bit of both. She probably has a very strong interior life, having Pluto in the 4th house. Yes, and yeah, so there's a part of her that's a public personality, a star that loves to shine and that does shine, and there's a part of her that needs time to herself. She has a very strong interior life, I believe, and her Neptune in the 5th house was her, she chose the right career. And Uranus is trying to everything in Leo. So Uranus was in Scorpio, and yes, so she has a very strong 3rd house, which is the house of communication. It's the house of Gemini, and Mercury is in her 1st house of Leo. So the way she presents, it's also joint ruler of both Gemini and Virgo. So she's born under Venus. So Venus is in her 3rd house of communication. So she communicates, through her work. Virgo rules work and health. Gives her incredible beauty. She communicates through her work, and her work is, her work is acting. It's a beautiful actress, and it's in trine to her Mars in Cancer. So, what I'm trying to say is she has very full 3rd house, which is ruled by Gemini. And the joint ruler is Mercury, is ruler of both Virgo and Gemini, and so her Mercury is in her 1st house. So that's represented through her acting skills, and her communication is just very poised and regal and fashionable, and just, she's very good at it. Very analytical skills are probably very good. The way she presents is beautiful because she has Venus there. So her communication would be, it's what you like. And she likes Prince Harry because it's in her earth sign. And he is an earth sign, he's a Taurus. So she likes Prince Harry, which is good. You want to be friends in your love affairs. So when I did their compatibility chart, that that showed up. I do remember that. And her Pluto, her Pluto is right on his Venus, so he is so drawn to her. He's just overwhelmingly attracted to her. And I believe it was in Scorpio or something. So anyway, I think that's just about it for her chart. She's a lot of fire, all the Leo fire, a lot of air, her air is the moon in Libra, Jupiter in Libra. I cover Jupiter in Libra, expands her communication skills, and Saturn as well is in Libra, and Pluto in Libra. Wow, so that's a lot. So Pluto would be her her beautiful, exotic, brunette, good looks. Jupiter's expansion, her career just totally expanded in the arts. And Saturn is solidifying her career through communication, and it just made her a star, and everything is sextiling Leo. Her Jupiter, her Saturn, and her moon. They're all sextiling Leo, so of course that it's such an easy flowing aspect. Water gets water and earth get along, and so so her water is Mars, the Ascendant, and Uranus. So Uranus is in Scorpio. It's almost it's in the 4th house. Mars, her sense of privacy is in the 12th house, the hidden 12th house of Pisces. And let's see, and Uranus is in Scorpio. And it's trying to Mercury. So that just really gives a lift to her self-expression as well. So I wish her all the luck in her royal wedding. I can see definitely why Prince Harry chose her. Extremely talented, beautiful woman. Very articulate. Her communication skills are just amazing. She was fated to put something in her 1st house in Leo. So anyway, her Earth. I was looking at her elements, and I'm kind of jumping all over her. I'm sorry. Her elements. She's mostly fire, then air, all the Libra stuff, and then water, and a little bit of earth. Not a whole lot of earth, but Venus is an earth, and Prince Harry loves her Venus. Her Venus in the 3rd house in Virgo, so they're in trine to each other, and her Chiron is in. Where's her Chiron? Oh, her Chiron is in Taurus. It just moved into Taurus, transiting rather, but her Chiron is in Taurus. So, yes, I'm going to try not to mention Prince Harry again, but he is a Taurus. So, so her chart has some exquisite lines in it. They're very clear cut, clearly drawn. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you.